Hey everyone, Luke Lee here, television and film actor and practicing lawyer in Singapore, and this is Meme Reacts 4. When an attorney gets married, they don't say I do, they say I accept the terms and conditions. Okay, this is probably what will happen if I ever get married. Yes, marriage is a contract, and yes, you are accepting the terms and conditions. I mean, come on. Ask a lawyer why they'd get married and they'll tell you two things. One, it's for tax purposes, and number two, you can't testify against your spouse. So, when you're stressed about the bar exam and a non-law person says, relax, you'll be fine, it's just a test. I'll kill you, yes. So a bar examination is not just any test, it's the test for lawyers. If you don't pass the bar examination, you can't be called to the bar. If you can't be called to the bar, you don't get to practice law, and you won't be a practicing lawyer. So that whole career for you is out. So therefore, even if you have to take the bar examination a few times, do take it. For non-law friends who are telling their law friends it's just a test, please be supportive. It's not just a test, it's very, very important exam. And it's something that will either make or break your legal career for when you want to become a practicing lawyer. So that's why it matters so much to them. Basic math and law. We don't do that here. Yeah, I did not do law to do math because I suck at math. So why ask me to do math and law? No. Is my client guilty? Probably. But probably is not good enough. So what this meme is talking about is the legal duty of burden of proof. In civil cases, the burden of proof is on a balance of probabilities. This means that if you can prove that the person is 51% likely to do it, then yes, they have met the burden of proof and the person has done it. So this is in contrast with the criminal burden of proof, which is beyond a reasonable doubt. This means that the prosecution must prove beyond any reasonable doubt that the person has committed the offense. So it is true what this lawyer is saying, that probably is not good enough because you would have to fulfill that beyond a reasonable doubt burden of proof. Practicing law in 2020. Okay, so when you're actually attending the court hearing on Zoom, you would have to wear your full court attire or at least the top part, and usual court etiquette applies except that you do not stand up and bow. So I can understand why this guy is wearing cargo shorts instead of a full suit. Me using my shitty work from home office chair for the past month. I don't really actually use a proper office chair, which is really bad actually. So being a lawyer, especially in civil litigation and dispute resolution, it means that you spend a great deal of time in front of the computer. You're spending a lot of time drafting documents in front of the computer, and yeah, having a comfortable chair is so important. I mean, I can't stress this enough. This is actually an important tool. Sleeping positions: engineer, consultant, accountant, attorney. Why is there no one in the attorney? Right, obviously we don't go back home from work because we're working all the time. The life of an attorney, especially when you are a young lawyer, a junior lawyer, you are going to spend a lot of time in the office, and when you're not in the office, you are expected to take work back over the weekends as well as after work. So don't forget, I warned you. When both parties agree to a continuance but the judge denies it. As you guys know, a continuance is also like an adjournment, so asking for a postponement of the hearing to be heard on another day. So now when both parties agree, that means parties have consented to this continuance. Even if parties have consented, it's completely under the judge's discretion and power to deny the motion to continue. This matter might be taking very long and they just want it to be adjudicated right at the hearing itself, and they feel that parties are prepared for it. Client, why did you drop my case? Me. I wrote you 365 letters. I wrote you every day for a year. Okay, so this is very true. When you are hiring an attorney to represent you for your case, you are expected to actually get back to the attorney quickly and promptly whenever the attorney asks you for more information and documents. If you are not prompt in your responses, then what will happen is that your lawyer is not able to do the best job for you or meet the timelines of the court. So yes, difficult clients who are not cooperative, who treat your lawyers badly, who don't pay on time or who don't pay at all, yes, these are grounds for discharge. No need to order me to social distance, I already work for Big Law. So the whole point of when young lawyers join Big Law is that the hours are very demanding. Being such a big organization, they do take on the much bigger cases than the medium-sized and smaller firms. Therefore, you as a young lawyer, as a young junior associate, you would have to do the brunt of the work. This means that you will not have any social life whatsoever. So I can totally understand why you would need to social distance because you have absolutely no social life. So pretty good one. when you beat your billing requirements during quarantine by being a douchebag to the OC. This is something which actually does take a lot of time if you think about it when you're objecting to whatever correspondence opposing counsel sends to you. So when more time is taken to sort out all of these objections, it actually increases the billable hours, which is why I always tell clients, if you are not objecting to this, do let me know and let us know your responses and comments, because there's no point dragging it out and objecting if there's no need to object. It just doesn't make sense. I don't want to be charging clients for unnecessary legal costs as well, because I just want to complete the matter and move on to the next case. Signing up a client who seems reasonable and appreciative. Getting the 8th voicemail in a day requesting another update. Okay, so it's always nice when you have a client who's appreciative of your work. Here we have getting the 8th voicemail in a day requesting another update. Well, clients genuinely are worried and they do want updates, but at the same time, it's also very important that when you talk to your client as a lawyer, you have to tell them that it does take a while for the court to respond, so you can't be giving them updates every single minute of every single day. So it's very important to manage your client's expectations in that sense. I'm a law student. I have this weird self-esteem issue where I hate myself, yet I still think I'm better than everybody else. So when you're in law school, you meet all kinds of people, and some of these people will be very self-entitled because they do think they know everything. I think what all law students should continually remind themselves is that they really don't know anything. You don't know anything until you start practice, and even then, you're still learning because it's a continual learning process. So for someone to say that they know everything and that they're better than someone else because of that knowledge is not a good attitude. When opposing counsel tells you what it was like to practice before you were born. So if you're a senior lawyer, there's no need to talk down to junior lawyers because we've all started from somewhere and we're all in the legal industry. So I can't change my date of birth to before the senior lawyer was born. I mean, what am I going to do? Take out an application to amend my date of birth? I can't do that. Having said that, I have experienced that with senior lawyers before, and when I hear that, I just politely proceed with the rest of my arguments, completely ignoring that. And you know what? If you win, told you so. Me as a baby lawyer approaching the bench and hoping that I please the court. Oh, Baby Yoda again. Why do I get so many memes with Baby Yoda? Okay, so when you're starting out as a lawyer, when you're going to court, it's very important that you know the lingo of how to actually address the court and the judge. One of the phrases that does sound nice when you start your submissions or when you're introducing yourself to the court is, "May it please the court, Your Honor." This is a preamble to leading into your submissions, and it's a nice way to observe court etiquette. Clients reviewing your work from home bill. A lot of clients, and I think people in general, think that work from home is somehow easy. It's not easy because the fact of the matter is that you don't have a lot of the infrastructure and support that you actually have when you're inside the office. Although those of you who are also working from home, we are very fortunate to be able to be working from home in this challenging time. But I just want to stress to clients that working from home is not easy. It means that you don't have the basic infrastructure as well as the physical files and court precedents and forms that you would have inside the office. So don't forget this. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and do hit the notification bell below if you want to see more videos from this channel. Stay safe.